Dr. Tom has done a lot of work over the years in animal handling and low stress methods for managing cattle, along with all of the rest of the health kind of consultation services that he provides, and has worked on this over the years and worked with a lot of different clients. And so I'd like to hear about kind of some of your latest thinking. I know that this is kind of an ongoing process and learning for really everyone involved, and some of your thoughts as to how producers and veterinarians can incorporate some of these practices into their management.
John, it's exciting for me to watch some of our clients, some of our customers, some of our teams gain confidence in creating harmony between themselves and the animals that they work with. Both with the cattle they're there to take care of, and the horses they're there to use in that endeavor. So watching the harmony develop, watching people build their powers of observation, watching them want to understand more about themselves, more about the cattle, more about their horses, allows them to build powers of observations.
And I understand that some of these methods, and I've seen some of your demonstrations, and that someone might at first think that, well, it's a slow kind of moving process and that it would end up taking more time, but I think in experience it probably turns out to be different.
What's intriguing is that all of these animals and all these pens of animals are individuals. So if in fact we are able to observe something that's out of our expectations very, very early in this observation, it takes almost no time to change the attitude of a pen. If we miss that observation, and this picture of abnormal behavior, or this picture of abnormal feed intake or abnormal water intake goes on for very long, then it takes many, many hours to change and achieve.
What kind of results have you seen in some of the feed yards or ranches that have adopted some of the low stress practices and worked on improving their methods over time in terms of either cattle health or just the attitudes of the workers or any other outcomes?
John, the earlier in the animal's life that we can start these methods, the better results we get. So the blessing is to be associated with a ranch or a backgrounder that has the exposure to these animals at a very young age. At that point, then we can keep building on these things. We can incorporate cattle training. We can create an atmosphere where processing or moving cattle is actually an adventure to the animals, not a stress.
This seems like a service that really has a lot of value for the veterinarian as a service provider and as a consultant to the ranchers and the veterinarians, and an area where the veterinarian can really play a significant role in helping the producers understand some of these concepts.
It's important that veterinarians lead by example, and always understand that this is a work in progress. So as we put together some more training modules, as we build our knowledge base here, I'd encourage all veterinarians to access this information and share it with their customers.
And I understand you have some of those kinds of resources in the works right now.
Yes, shortly there will be a series of training modules available through the Beef Cattle Institute at Kansas State University, John.